Good morning. Thursday morning, heading now to Apester, an Israeli startup I was unaware of. How did I become aware of them? The other day, my boy Yoav Vilner posts on Instagram new swag that he got. A flask with a logo on it. I reply in the comments, I want one. He then introduces me to the CEO, apparently a very successful Israeli startup. So I'm going to meet them this morning and hear about what they're up to. Apparently their numbers are bonkers. Very excited to meet them. Then I'm having lunch with Powtoon, another incredible Israeli startup that's been on the vlog before, and several other startup meetings in Tel Aviv. Then heading back, going to a movie tonight, and then the weekend begins. It's going to be a great day. Let's do this. Why don't you tell me how you really feel? First meeting starts soon. So this is a funny story because a couple of days ago, I'm minding my own business, surfing my Instagram feed, and my boy Yoav Vilner posts a picture of a flask, swag from a company, and I'm like, that is the cool. People ask me every day, what's some good ideas for swag? And I'm like, I'll make socks. I'm like, that's boring. And I see a flask swag. I'm like, I wrote in the comments, I'm like, I think it was actually a story. I wrote, I want that. 5 minutes later, I have an intro in my inbox from Yoav, an intro to this guy. Who are you? What's your name?
Moti Cohen.
Moti Cohen. All right. CEO of
Apester.
Apester.com, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I wrote him in the email, I know your name, and I know the name Apester, and I don't know why. I don't know why my first instinct wasn't to go check my email, but I didn't do that until I was sitting here outside in the office, and I checked my email. We go way back. I moderated a panel with you at Content Israel. We've been in touch for years. I know your boy who does your marketing, Asaf Gilad. Like, I know this company for a long time, but we've never actually sat here in headquarters and met and talked. We did just now, and all I can say is, mind blown.
Thank you.
Why am I saying that? I'll tell you what I love most. Because I meet a lot of entrepreneurs, and I want to say, with humility, I think I know most interesting companies in this country. There are always companies that are stealth that I don't know about, but I don't know if 80% or 75%, but most interesting companies in this country I've either heard of or have a relationship with. And yet, you are doing incredible, incredible things. Before we say what you're doing, who are some of your partners? Give me some names.
We're working with some of the biggest storytellers in the world and content creators like CNN, Meredith Group, Time Inc., BBC, Telegraph, Bundesliga, Barcelona, and many of the big brands out there.
You're sitting here, not even like, you know, I was going to say Tel Aviv, but not even on Rothschild, the middle of the whole. You're sitting here, I don't even know what this neighborhood's
Downtown
called.
John Cena.
Downtown Tel Aviv, in this building with like the coolest office ever, which hopefully we'll get a second to show you around. It's unbelievable here. Working with the biggest, and I love that you said storytellers and not publishers, because when I hear the word publishers, I have the, I begin to gag.
Yeah.
When I hear storytellers, one might say you invented that phrase. You coined that phrase, storytellers. We all say it today, but you were the first.
I don't know if I can say I was the first. I definitely was one of the first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something I can say.
All right, so for the sake of brevity, for shortness, because you don't have a lot of time, how did this come to be, and what is Apester?
So it came to be after walking a lot in the desert. I love to say it all the time, like trying to get to the Holy Land, but with one pain or one thinking about how content gonna look like, specifically when mobile devices and social network became the go-to for everything in a way. And I'm a geek in many ways. I love to play games. I love game theory, visual science, and all this kind of different things got me to a place to think, okay, how I can combine all of them into one cool stuff. And that was the beginning of Apester. In 2014, we became officially Apester after finding the way to the holy land.
Yeah.
Exactly. And officially became a company and running a business and raising money and being people in.
So I'm gonna say like this, because I don't want you to say, because I don't want you to offend any of your partners, but you come to these publishers who I don't want to talk negatively about anyone, but these guys are a little bit old school. right? And you come and you say, the way people are consuming content today is very different than when you founded your company. And I'm specifically on purpose not saying the name of any publisher because I don't want to offend anyone, but when your company was founded, people were sitting with a big newspaper in their hand, reading in the morning with coffee. Today, as you said to me so brilliantly, people are opening this thing, reading something, getting out of there, going doing the next thing, 5 minutes there, picking it up, consuming something, getting out. Completely different philosophy, consumption philosophy, user experience, completely fundamentally different. You have to optimize your consumption experience for this. They know that, but they aren't implementing that because how do you change, 180 degrees a company that's been around forever, right? And so what you're doing is you're coming to these companies, you're saying, we built it for you. Use us and make your experience what all the kids or all the cool kids are doing today, which is, beautiful full display, beautiful stories, click, boom, 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 move to the next thing, move fast and consume the experience, visual, very, very visual, not a lot of text. I see that a lot of times today. Who's reading, 200 words? People send me emails. I'm like, there is no way that I'm reading your 200-word email. Like, get to the point. I fundamentally believe, by the way, if you cannot sum up something that you're saying in 3 lines, then you got to go back to the drawing board. I agree. So, all right. So Apester says to these brands, these publishers, these storytellers, use our tool. Let's call it. What do you? I mean, I don't know if it's a cool tool, platform. What do you call it?
A platform, a tool. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the value.
Right. And why it is actually a platform because you offer
an ecosystem.
Right. It works on mobile, works on web, a full-blown mobile experience, and this is extremely important. And I'm sure you have to deal with this all the time. Mobile experience, to be very clear, is not the web shrunk into a small screen.
That's one of the.
That is not mobile. Mobile is a completely new paradigm. Building, I'm sorry for using a buzzword, from the ground up for this screen, and that's what you're doing.
Exactly.
So tell me just a little bit, in a little more detail, kind of some of the tools that you offer these publishers.
So in a way, when we, to the point you mentioned it was hard at the beginning, definitely hard. But as more time goes by and their pain is bigger, they are willing not just to listen more, but to less think about themselves more. Like less give themselves credit. I think as they start to struggle more and more, they start to realize that they must change and listen to others.
Think different.
And it's not even think different, more like hope different.
Okay.
Like they trying just to hope that they will understand how to figure out how to get out of their situation.
Right.
And many times, in many ways, it was good for us because we just came with a cool kind of attitude. Told them, guys, we understand how mobile should look like. We give you the tools to create, to distribute, to monetize those experiences. And you know what? Let's do it step by step. Let us helping you to become almost as an extension to your newsroom. This is the millennial extension for your newsroom that's going to help you to tell your story for mobile environments.
Your, I would say, value prop or your core pitch is one word.
Yeah.
Relevancy.
Yeah, love it.
Relevancy. That's what you are. When people say to you, "What do?" You sell relevancy.
Yeah, it's true.
And by the way, that manifests itself in extremely practical and tangible terms. The publishing business today is bleeding, right? They're suffering, and that's because they're irrelevant.
They're irrelevant in the way that they are packaging the stories and distribute it. I think I will just put exactly. So I think the way that they are in trouble not because they are not telling the right stories or they're not talking about the right things or they don't know or don't understand how news works or how to stay relevant in terms of their publishing mindset. They are irrelevant because of technology. They are irrelevant because of packaging. They are irrelevant because understanding the landscape has changed, like you said, and changing the landscape is not a change of how do I reach to audience, but how do I reach, how do I package, how do I collect, how do I retain, how do I monetize. It's fundamental on all the major pillars that they use to control.
Don't underestimate optics.
Oh my God, that's a big one.
All right, tell me a little real quick about the company. How many people work here?
Almost 70.
70 people.
Yeah.
You've raised to date how much?
22 million.
22 million. And you're making, you're not going to give me the exact number, but you're making nice revenue.
Yes, and growing rapidly.
Nice revenue. Unbelievable. Listen, if, number one, I think, half of our meeting, because we're both, I guess, I like philosophy, I know you do now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it just me to look like Waldo a little bit with the striped shirt and the glasses, the Where's Waldo thing going on here?
Much cooler Waldo.
Yeah, definitely.
No, just wanna believe.
So a lot of our meeting was about philosophy. We have to have a follow-up meeting, but I do think that A, as someone who built a really phenomenal company, and B, as someone who's had a lot of experience doing a lot of different things, we're not going to talk about your background now, but it actually is very interesting. I believe you have a lot of insights to give other entrepreneurs who are starting, etc. And I know that you also do that. You've told me that you do that. If someone's watching this, an entrepreneur, not even in your business, business, or yes in your business, or if a company's watching this, they want to collaborate with you, or whatever. Someone wants to reach out to you.
Open, always. Simple.
What's your email?
Moti@apester.com, like the simplest.
You're cool with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Love it. Absolutely, man. Yeah. It's amazing.
I just don't take me personal if it takes time for me to answer, or if my answers are very clear, kind of 1-2 lines, no more than that.
Oh crap, it's 10:30. I gotta run. We're gonna have to do a follow-up because I want to give a tour of this office. We don't have time now, but what the most important thing, I came here, I don't want to meet you. What's over there in that bag?
My God.
Watch this.
Swag.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. You have a cool brand. You have this is the finale, this is the punchline.
That's true. I agree with you. Even though
the whole bag here.
We have so many other stuff in here that you didn't.
Okay, so this is a notebook. Awesome. All right, cool.
This is when you go.
What's this?
This is
T-shirt?
summer. No, it's actually for the beach.
Oh, for the
like
beach.
You have
Nice.
like a long to sit
Oh,
on.
okay. So a bag for the beach. This is what, like a sheet for the sand? Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay. And the punchline.
And the punchline is.
Unbox that for me.
We do have people with issues in the company, must say.
Love that. Wait, let's see if I can get this in focus here. Hang on a minute. Let's get this in focus. There you go. That's in focus. What does it say? Apester Juice. Love that. Amazing. All right. Listen, man. Like I said, I would love to stay and talk more. We're gonna have a follow-up meeting, but I gotta run. But this I fundamentally enjoyed this meeting.
Same, man.
Honestly.
I really.
I'm gonna ping you. I know you're a busy guy because you're building a rocket ship here, but if you could find another half an hour to sit with me, I think not half an hour. Let's do an hour because I have a lot. I definitely more on the not on the business.
An hour and a
side.
half.
Let's do it. More on the philosophical. I think we have a lot of philosophy to talk about. But listen, goes without saying. Obviously, if I can help with anything, you know where to find me.
I appreciate
now that it's so random that we never sat before. I had like 80 emails about Apester in my inbox. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Moti, thank you so much.
Pleasure, man.
Really phenomenal what you built here.
Cheers, guys.
Good luck with everything. You know those people that say I have a secret but I can't tell you? I just had the most incredible meeting, but I was forbidden to talk about which VC I just met with. That's their office behind me. You recognize it? Cannot talk about it, but honestly, I'm leaving this meeting incredibly inspired. More to come, hopefully. Next meeting, I think I'm getting the guy on camera, but for now, blown away. There's just so much incredible innovation happening in this country. It never ceases to amaze me. Now going to meet Powtoon. Well, this building is kind of one of the nicest buildings in Israel, and the cars in the parking lot are just downright insane. My birthday's November 13th, just saying. I am sitting here with the guy with the best hair in tech. Also, sorry, I can't help myself. No, so I'm sitting here in Powtoon, a company that is an absolute market leader in the video storytelling space. Is that a...
Yeah, you can say that.
What's your name?
My name is Ilya Spitalnik, and I'm the CEO of Powtoon.
I love this guy's energy. Okay, so what is Powtoon? Give me some background. What we've done. By the way, you've been on the vlog before, but it was a long time, probably hundreds of episodes ago. I want my audience to understand a little bit more about what this company is. What is Powtoon? When was it founded? How did what's the background? What's going on? Talk to me.
I might digress a little bit before I tell you about what Powtoon is. I'll tell you about the fascinating thing that's happening in kind of, let's call it the new age, in the current, let's call it attention deficit environment. What's happening is that essentially storytelling is taking over the way that people communicate. And the thing is, nobody wants to hear long stories. People want to hear sound bites. They want to hear 30-second, 60-second, 90-second things, okay? Now,
love his energy. Love it.
Wait, hold on. So now take it to another place. And now, for the first time since January 2018, we have in the workplace, for the first time ever, a fifth generation entering into the workplace. The post-millennials have just turned 18. That means you have post-millennials, meaning people who are 18, you have millennials, and on the other spectrum you have baby boomers, people who remember Woodstock. You have them all working side by side. And you know what that creates? That creates, hey, I'm gonna send you a fax. Hey, why don't you send it over on a dinosaur? you see what I'm saying? So now,
big gap.
So there's a huge gap in communication, in abilities and skills, and so on and so on. So a lot of corporations, a lot of businesses have discovered that, you know what, we can bridge that particular gap if we bring something down to a level that everybody understands. And you know what everybody understands? Sound bites, short messages, 30, 60, 90-second videos. And that, my friends, is Powtoon. We are the platform platform that allows you to create exactly those things really, really easily. Our challenge from the beginning was to make it as easy as creating a PowerPoint, and I think we've just mastered it.
Cracked it. All right. So first of all, you're hired.
Thank you. For what?
That was really awesome. But now, give me a little, just so people understand context here. How big is Powtoon? Give me some numbers.
So we're about 100 people globally. We have our headquarters is in London. We have an R&D center in Israel. We have an office in San Francisco. We are opening offices all over the world. It's quite exciting.
How many videos have been created on your platform?
I think the last time I looked, it was something along 55 million or something like that.
55 million.
Yeah, a Powtoon is created every second of every day, of every hour, of
when
every
I say
minute.
they're a market leader, I wasn't kidding. Now here's perhaps one of, if not the most interesting aspect of this company. Companies at that scale in Silicon Valley have raised $300, $400, $500 million. How much money have you raised?
We're bootstrapped pretty much. We raised a few $100,000 when we started, and we broke even pretty soon, and then we've been growing organically. I know. Some people are gonna look at us, oh, why did you do that? But it allowed us to basically keep control of our culture. And
I love so much of what you're saying. I can't even tell you how much I love hearing this. Yes, go on, sorry.
But as a CEO, right, as running a company, I've come to understand that my role is really just bringing the right people kind of together, and then just trying to create an environment in which they can work together. That's kind of my role. And if you're only focused on growth, you can't control that as well. And we've grown organically. And I mean, literally, I love everybody in this company. I love them.
Listen to me. I cannot tell you how much I fundamentally agree with everything you just said. Company culture is everything. It's not almost everything, it's everything. I completely agree. Now, tell me in terms of your offering. Because you guys have pivoted over the years. You were, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, once only animation once upon a time?
Well, we started out with, that's actually an excellent question.
Thank you.
So the situation is like this. I mean, basically, you have to adapt to the way that the market evolves, the trends. And when we started 6 years ago, the hot thing was, all of these cool animated videos with the hand, with the handwriting and everything.
Yeah.
So, and we thought, wow, if we could make that available for people to do just really, really simply. And so we did, and people loved it. And then the market evolved to more explainer style videos, to less cartoony, to more corporate looking. And now in the latest phase, in the latest iteration of Powtoon, you can now take any video, meaning, any live action video like this one that we're making here, and you can create little effects, layover effects that we provide you on top of that. So we are kind of a full, we cover the full range. You can create, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right. So right now, if I were like, if I had an idea, bing,
all right, so Joseph, check out Powtoon.com because we want to use it on the vlog.
Yeah, exactly. And so basically, you just you create a vlog, and then you import it into Powtoon. You add a few touches of awesomeness. That's kind of what we bring to the table. It's what we brought to the table from the first day onwards. A touch of awesomeness, right?
What is the tagline?
Make it awesome.
Make it awesome.
That really is the tagline.
Okay.
I mean, really, we went through a real process of figuring out what is our raison d'être. Yeah? Well, why do we exist in the world?
How do I get up in the morning? Love it. All right, listen, let me ask you this. From a business perspective,
Yeah.
I as a consumer can use Powtoon for free.
Yeah.
What are the tiers? What do people pay for? How does it work? Talk to me.
So you can use it for free, and we love you to use it for. We love you for using it for free, right? Because you're giving us virality.
Don't you want to hug this guy? Yeah, go on.
Because you're giving us virality, and we have, out of our 20 million users, maybe 19 of them are using it for free, and they're using it for education in schools, and they're presenting it, at work, and people are asking, "How did you do that? I didn't know PowerPoint does that." And they go, "Well, that's my little secret." So that's how it works in that world. And
people that are paying.
Then there's people who are paying who want to remove the logo, right? And there is a plan which is something like $230 a year for that. And then you can create Powtoons like that. Then there's the upper tiers where you can use more styles. You want to use iconographic styles. You want to use more, like corporate styles and so on. You can buy all of those in the upper tiers. And then we have an agency plan for people who are professionally making these
Amazing.
videos.
Absolutely amazing. So there's 100 people working here. You raise almost no money. Incredible growth.
Wait, and now we have an enterprise plan and an enterprise license. We have hundreds of people in corporations using Powtoon for various things: training and tutorials, for marketing, for explainer videos, for human resources onboarding, and we've got like hundreds of templates designed for that. But you know, the word template can sometimes be taken in the wrong way. Like it's like a nasty word to say.
Microsoft Word.
Yeah, right. So you can always start everything from scratch and create your own vision, but we're kind of helping you along. We're trying to help you along. Make it as easy as
For the
possible.
sake of ADD of the viewers, this is already an 8-minute and 35-second interview. My editor will murder me, so I'm gonna say one thing. Check out Powtoon.com.
Powtoon.com.
Incredible company. Big fan. I've always been a big fan. Even before there, it was cool to be a fan of Powtoon. I was a fan of Powtoon. Really awesome. And listen, dude, keep kicking butt. It makes me proud. If anything I can do to help ever, you know where to find me. And let's stay in touch, man. Thanks, dude.
Pleasure, thanks.
Got me some Powtoon swag. What an incredible company. Never ceases to amaze me. Big fan of that guy. Amazing energy. And I think that's a good note to end this week. Was a ridiculously awesome week. Next week is going to be insane. See you then.